Today we're behind the scenes at Williams F1 and I am going to give you a sneak peek of all the cars the team have produced over the last 3 decades. First of all though, we've got to have a look at the Wall of Champions. Here we have the founder of the team, Sir Frank Williams, and over to my left it's his co-founder Patrick Head. Then let's have a look at the drivers. We've got the likes of Alan Jones, Damon Hill, Keke Rosberg, Nelson Piquet, Jacques Villeneuve, Nigel Mansell, and right down at the end here, Alain Prost. You can see what I mean. These are the top drivers in the F1 world, a real who's who. Now let's go and check out their cars. Now, if you thought Williams was always blue and white, then you are wrong, because right at the beginning, back in the late 70s, they were green and white during the Saudi era. And behind me, in 1980, they won their first Drivers' Championship with Alan Jones in the FW07B car. But my favourite from this era is down there. Let's go and have a look. Now, your eyes are not deceiving you. This car has 6 wheels. It was back in 1982 that they were testing the car with 6 wheels. It's a 4-wheel drive, 6-wheel F1 car. But in testing in 1982, they realised that the car was simply too fast. So they brought in regulations which effectively banned the technology straight away. So they never had a chance to race it in 1983. But the test driver, Jonathan Palmer, still holds the record for the fastest lap time at the Goodwood circuit. So who knows, will they be bringing back 6 wheels anytime soon? I don't think so, but what a car. So while Williams F1 and Saudi were having a go at making 6-wheel F1 cars, Keke Rosberg actually won the 1982 World Championship. But it was in 1984, 2 years later, when Saudi left F1. And that meant Williams lost that green and white colour I was talking about earlier. So that was gone, Honda engines came in, so blue and white started to appear on the cars, and a dash of yellow. But probably the most successful car of that era was in 1987, with Nelson Piquet winning the Drivers' Championship with the FW11B car, and here it is up on a little podium for everyone to see. The FW14 car in 1991 marked the beginning of a very successful era for Williams. It was driven by Riccardo Patrese, but it suffered from some reliability problems. His teammate Nigel Mansell had the better car the following year in 1992, the red number 5, that iconic F1 car, possibly the most iconic ever. It featured a semi-automatic gearbox, traction control, anti-lock braking, and an active suspension. Basically, no one had a chance of catching Nigel Mansell in 1992, and he brought home the Drivers' Championship, and Williams won the Constructors' Championship. We're now moving into the era that most people associate Williams with, that blue and white colour with the Rothmans sponsorship. Behind me is the FW16 from 1994. It's one of the last cars Ayrton Senna drove before his death at Imola in 1994. The team still went on to win the Constructors' Championship though, and that's a testimony to their strength as a team at the time. I want to show you something at the front of the car. They now feature the Senna S down at the front, and that's something that every car now has. Earlier this year, Sir Frank Williams' wife died, Lady Virginia Williams, and now her initials will be placed on the other side with a VW, out of respect. Now let's go and have a look at Damon Hill's winning championship car. After the 1996 championship, Damon left Williams and went to race for Arrows, and that left Jacques Villeneuve to take up the mantle, and he went on to win the Drivers' Championship as well, and the team won the Constructors' Championship. But there's something down here that I want to show you, a little mark, and that's where Ferrari's Michael Schumacher crashed into Jacques Villeneuve in Jerez. And the fact that he crashed into him meant that Jacques Villeneuve went on to win the Drivers' Championship. So back-to-back wins for the team and for these two drivers. No, we're not at Ferrari, we are still at Williams, but between 1998 and 99, there was a massive colour change with the team. It was all because of the new sponsorship with Winfield, so they went red. Now, Sir Frank Williams says that this was his least favourite livery and that he vowed never to go back to red, always blue and white. It's 2000 and enter Jenson Button for his first Formula One appearance. It was also the first year that Williams had worked with BMW, and the team took 3rd place in the Constructors' Championship. The same thing happened the next year in 2001, but this time they took 4 wins as well, with the pairing of Juan Pablo Montoya and Ralf Schumacher. For the next 2 years, the team finished 2nd in the Constructors' Championship, and then in 2004, Montoya won the Brazil Grand Prix. And unfortunately, that marked the end of the team's winning streak. And it wasn't until last year, at the 2012 Spanish Grand Prix, that Pastor Maldonado got back up on the podium and took first place. Now, unfortunately, Pastor Maldonado's car isn't here at Williams, but I have got my hands on something else. Come with me. And here it is, the trophy from last year's Spanish Grand Prix that Pastor Maldonado and Williams won. Hopefully it won't be too long until Williams F1 are bringing more trophies like these back to their amazing collection. For more behind the scenes videos from the world of F1, subscribe to Pole Position. Woohoo!
In a road car, they cut at an angle to keep the gearbox nice and quiet, otherwise you would be deafened as you drive along the motorway. But in a rally car, it's not.